starting at the top of your mat with your hands in heart center. Take an inhale breath, reach the arms up towards the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift up to a flat back. And on the exhale, step back to your plank pose. And then into your downward facing dog. Pressing towards the heels, maybe bending one knee, alternating the other. Take a nice deep breath here. And then inhale the right leg into the sky, stretching through the toes, pressing through the palms. Just feeling what it feels like to leave the ground as you then inhale, rise the left leg into the sky, three-legged dog. Lowering back down to your downward facing dog, pressing into the heels, bending the knees. Taking a nice deep breath here, just waking the body up. And on the exhale breath, shift the weight to your plank pose. Inhale, down dog. Exhale, plank pose. Inhale, downward dog. Exhale, plank pose. Continue this as you breathe in and breathe out. On the next plank pose, lower yourself all the way down, chaturanga, lifting to upward facing dog, rolling the shoulders away from the ears. On the exhale, press back into your child's pose. Knees press open wide, bum presses back towards the heels. Fingertips reach forward, and we breathe. On the next exhale, look up towards the fingers, walk them over to the right side of your mat, stretching over, opening the left side of the body, and then walk the hands over to the left as we open through the right side of the body. Breathing deeply here. And then reach the hands back to center, bowing the forehead to the mat. To then press up into our tabletop posture, hands on our knees, coming through the cat-cow as we arch the back into cat pose and then round the back into cow. Inhale, arch the back, cat pose. Exhale, coming into cow. Inhale, roll the back, rounding through the spine. Exhale, cow pose, chin towards the sky. And then coming back to a neutral spine, gently starting to wag the tail or press the hips back from one side of the mat to the other. Maybe rotating a few times or pausing on each side. To then extending out the right leg long behind you, pointing through the toes. Ensuring the leg is as straight as possible, and if available, rise the alternate arm, coming into tabletop balance. Focusing forward, nice deep breath. If you want to challenge, maybe you can bring the left arm out to the left side, and then bring both hand and knee back down to the earth. Coming to the other side, left leg extends long, right fingertips reach out. Nice deep belly breath here. If available, reach that right arm out and open. Balancing here, and then lowering back down to the earth. Going through another round of the cat-cow. Inhale one way, exhale the other. Then slowly walking the hands to press yourself up onto the knees, eyes forward, hands come to the hips. We'll rotate through the neck, taking a breath with the right ear to the right shoulder. Rotating the chin towards your chest and then the left ear over to the left shoulder, taking a breath here. Maybe one more time to each side, rolling the neck over gently. On the next breath, bring the gaze up towards the sky, stretching through the throat, the back of the neck. Maybe doing this 2 or 3 times. Lifting the gaze. And then we'll place the hands at the low back, supporting the lumbar spine, just gently starting to open those front sides of the hips. Pressing the hips forward, arching through the chest, being very mindful of this, supporting the low back with the fingers. Doing this at your own pace, and maybe the next time you press those hips forward, you can draw the heart space open, the head draws back. Taking a moment here, And then pressing yourself back up, coming onto the balls of the feet, heels up towards the sky. We'll see if we can reach back with the right arm for the right ankle. Opening the body up, coming into that camel pose. Breathing slowly here, coming out when you're ready, and then rotate over to the other side. Left hand to the left ankle, right arm reaches behind you. Breathing slowly, rotating yourself back to center. Inhale, we'll reach the arms up towards the sky and close the pose with an exhale, bringing the hands to the heart center. On the next breath, we'll press our way back into our tabletop posture to make our way back into downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Savasana. Walking out the heels for a moment and then stepping the feet towards the top of your mat, coming into forward fold. On the inhale, roll up the spine, arms reach outward and up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, close the pose, hands to heart center. On the next breath in, we'll rise the arms outward and up, Urdhva Hastasana, to then exhale into our big side body stretch. Right arm reaches over, left hand comes to the left hip. And then we'll switch to the other side. Right hand reaches to the side body, left arm reaches up and over. Softening the face here, and then reaching both arms up towards the sky, maybe offering a slight back bend as we then draw the hands back to the heart center. On the next breath in, open and expand the arms wide. We'll then twist the palms, one facing up as one faces down, coming into those Egyptian arms, opening through the shoulders. Twisting one palm up as the other faces down, and then rise both arms up to the sky, Urdhva Hastasana, to exhale and close the pose. Breathing in, we'll rise the arms up once again. This time exhale as the hands clasp behind the back, opening the shoulders. Hinging forward as you bend through the knees and draw the arms behind the back body, lifting towards the sky. Doing this very mindfully, maybe straightening through the legs, but ideally keeping them bent to focus more on that chest to thigh connection, the stretch in the shoulders. When you're ready, we'll exhale our way to standing, allowing the arms to drop back down by the tailbone. And then as you stand to rise, reach the arms up towards the sky and exhale them towards your heart center as we come into chair pose, Utkatasana. Weight is in through the heels. And then opening the arms up in that chair pose, expanding and opening through the chest as the thighs are engaged, the core is engaged. Doing this a few times. Inhale, arms open wide in that chair pose. Exhale, they come to our heart center. And then we'll stand tall, driving through the heels. To then place the hands on the hips, we'll step back into lunge. Right leg comes back. All toes pointing forward here in our first lunge stance. The hips are square and our gaze is forward. The arms might draw up to the sky to assist with balance. Breathing through the belly. On your next exhale breath, see if you can step the feet together to then step the left foot back, right foot forward, crescent lunge. Nice deep breath here, staying balanced. Stepping the feet back forward together, we'll exhale our way down towards the mat, Uttanasana. On the inhale, lift into a flat back. And then exhale, press your way back to plank pose, lower down, Chaturanga, lifting into your upward facing dog. Shoulders open, chin rises to the sky. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Flowing here once again. Inhale, feet walk up towards the hands as we lift into a flat back, and then exhale, fold in. Inhale, lift up to that flat spine, to then exhale, the bum towards the earth, coming into your yogi squat. Our hands come to our heart center, maybe bowing the chin towards the chest. Being mindful of the knees here, maybe sitting all the way down onto the bum if that serves you better. Taking a moment here to open through the hip space, the inner thighs. And then when you're ready, pressing the hands behind you, find the center of the mat. Sitting up nice and tall, we'll reach the arms up towards the sky, starting with bent knees, coming into that seated forward fold. Our head bows down towards the earth, relaxing the eyes, the lips. Feeling the connection between the belly and the thighs, not worried about where the hands are reaching. Continuing to lengthen that spine, and then maybe you straighten the legs coming into your forward fold. Keeping the forehead relaxed, chin resting down towards the body. And then we'll slowly walk the hands up back to your seated posture, hugging onto the right knee into the chest. Pressing the right hand down behind you, maybe twisting and looking over that right shoulder. Sitting up as tall as you can as you perform this posture. On the next exhale breath, extend that leg long and switch to the other side. Left leg comes in, holding on to the left leg. Pressing the left hand behind you to sit up nice and tall, twisting as you bind and look over that left shoulder. Nice deep stretch here. And then we'll slowly start to release the bind onto that left leg. Unwinding ourselves back to center, bringing both knees in towards you, giving yourself a tight squeeze. Bow the chin towards the chest, hug both knees in towards you. And then we'll find the center of our mat, scooting the bum forward to then roll down to the back body, hugging the knees into the chest, gently rocking from one side to the other, massaging the knees in circles on the sky, keeping the neck long and relaxed on the back of the mat, doing what feels good to your low back here, your spine. And then press the heels down, knees up towards the sky. We'll extend the right leg long. Heel towards the clouds. And then lower that leg straight down, hovering it over the earth, working the core, stretching through the leg. Inhale, right heel rises. Exhale, the right heel hovers over the earth. Inhale, right leg stretches. Exhale, we hover. Continue this. Inhale, rise the leg. Exhale and hover it. And then draw it back to meet the other knee. Switching to the other side, extend the left leg long, stretching through the heel. And then exhale, hover the left leg over the earth. Inhale, left leg rises. Exhale, hover it over the earth. Continuing this as you breathe, doing the best you can with the core strength, the flexibility in the leg. Exhale and hover. Bringing that leg up towards the sky, last time hovering it over the earth, to then draw it back to meet the other, both knees pressing towards the sky. We'll then open the arms up into a T posture on the earth, rotating the knees from one side to the other, windshield wiping the knees from left to right. Maybe pausing on one side if that feels good to you. Drawing the knees over to the right, we'll look to the left. Soften the breath. Taking a moment here to let the body twist and unwind as we finish our yoga practice. Drawing the knees then over to the other side, left side. Not forcing them over, just allowing the weight of the legs to do the work. Looking in the opposite direction of your twist. And then we'll draw both knees into the chest, wrapping the arms around the legs. Bring the forehead up towards the knees and see if you can squeeze yourself into a tight ball here. Squinching the fingers, the eyes, the mouth, the lips. Everything condenses in, squeezing out any extra stress or tension in the body. And then slowly unbind the hold. Placing one hand behind the neck, allow yourself to lower down to the earth. Finding your way into your Shavasana. your corpse pose. Our final relaxation here. Your chance to breathe. Your chance to just be. Feeling the belly rise and fall as you breathe. Releasing any extra tension, maybe in the fingers and toes. And then on the next breath in, reach the arms up and overhead, pointing through the toes. Big, deep breath and a stretch. Slowly then exhaling your way over to a fetal posture, curling up into a ball on either side of your choice. Elbows and knees hug in. To then slowly press yourself up to a seated posture, ideally facing this way. Crossing the legs or at a comfortable seat, we'll sit up nice and tall. Staying present here in this moment, we'll reach the arms up towards the sky, gathering all the benefits of our yoga practice, pressing the palms together, and then slowly lowering them down to the heart center. Bowing the chin towards your chest. The divine in me sees and honors the divine in you. Namaste.